What's up, guys? It's been a super long time and I apologize. Some life events have forced me to change some things around, but it's actually a blessing in disguise. On the back of this flatbed is my 84 Capri RS. I pictured this in an earlier video talking about some new projects coming along, and things have changed, but in a good way. I'm super excited to share them with you. We're gonna get this car back to its new destination so I can start this project, but I'll fill you guys in once we get there. Well, don't adjust your TV sets. I'm back. It's been a while. I'm sorry, but let's get into some updates. A long time ago, in a video far, far away, I introduced this car. This is my 84 RS Capri. It's my very first car. This is the one I decided to resurrect. Story. I'd always bought and sold Mustangs and Capris and had fun with them, and this poor car had been through everything. It's seen a war. It had 351s and 302s and fuel injected, nitrous, mod motor, supercharged. Everything's been in this car. And it's always been a warrior and a great car. And I just, as time goes on, the car needed a little bit and I'd put it aside and I'd just buy another car and buy another beater, mess with the Mustang, fix it up. And as you can see here, I'm deep into it now. We got it gutted. I'm gonna talk to you about what it needs. So being in New England, these cars are constantly being exposed to the elements. And you know, I had it in storage, I had it in a garage, but I couldn't really do any work to it. There was no heat, there was no electricity in the garage. And you know, it may have had some leaks here or there. Then this car already had some floor issues. Nothing crazy structural, but I fixed a frame rail in the front when I first got it way back in, I don't know, probably 2002. The common cracks with like the seat, I'm a big guy, so we usually break that seat stud right off in the back there. I fixed that a million times. And over the years, you know, the seam in the back, I'll show you in a minute, where the floor kind of meets the torque box area. And that's rotted away. So my boss was kind enough to let me get the car up to the shop where I have all my tools and every tool at my expense to really go through this thing and get it right. I'm building my dream car now, and something I've wanted to do with this car for a long time, and just kind of put it off and bought something else to kind of take its place. And you know, I've probably had 20 Capris over the years, and this is the one I always thought about and I always kept close, because like I said, it was my first car and this is what I'm going through. So let me talk to you about some issues and talk to you about the future setup. So as you can see too, the dash is ripped out. Everything is out of the car. The interior, the rear panels. Why? Well, boom, there it is. Every Mustang owner's nightmare, right? Actually not that bad. It is present on both sides. This side being the easiest to get to right now because of where the car is parked. But this floor area is prone to a lot of this rotting. You can have water and moisture and sticks and leaves and dirt settle in the crevice here. It's got a lip here that kind of can collect a lot of debris and a lot of just elements, a lot of water, a lot of rust. As soon as it starts, you know, you really, being in my area, New England, it seems like a cancer. It just spreads. So I've been putting this off for about, well, let's see, the car was last on the road in 2007, so you can do the math. It's been quite a while. And I chopped into it at work after hours, and you can see how great the edge is here. I was essentially dealing with just a piece here, but you really want to bring it back as far as you can and find some good material to bite into. So that's what I'm doing. For this side, I think the way it's such a perfect 90, I think I'm better off making a shelf piece down here, coming over here first with this piece to take up this gap. Leaving the torque box here really gives me a guide as to how deep I need to go and how far up. So that worked out really well when I was able to save that and not chop into that. Even the e-brake bracket here. And then I'll make the shelf piece down there, and I'll do that on both sides. Other than that, you know, like I said, we had this repair that I fixed long ago, and I'm just kind of going over it again and strengthening it and fixing that little spot there. But the floors elsewhere are just in great shape. So I went back and forth for a long time at what I wanted to do with this car. And if you remember from that same video that I introduced this car to you guys, I had a 83 silver 21,000 original mile Capri, factory black, netted headrests, T-top car, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I had a Coyote swap set up for the silver car. It over, the silver car was way too cool and way too clean and way too original to, you know, open it up and do a Coyote swap. It's still got a 4-barrel. You pump the gas twice and it fires right up. It's still got the single exhaust with the dual tip. It's a really, really great car. All I did was a 5-speed swap to it because it needed it. So to rip that car all apart and do the Coyote swap too, it just killed me, you know? Way back when I had done a Terminator swap on a 93 coupe I had. It was black with black interior, and I did an entire 4.6 swap from a Terminator with a 6-speed and a straight axle, and that was a lot of fun. That car made some great power. It was like, for what it was just a ported blower, and it made, I think, 500 and 500. So it was a really, really fun car. And I always liked the 4.6 mod motors. Into this resurgence of Mustangs, I find myself, you know, asking questions to all the fast stick shift guys. And I just decided that I want to go mod motor again. I want to go 4.6. I want to go back into that old school 4.6 with a Whipple and a 6-speed and some cams and just build my dream car. So there it is in the title. Building my dream car. I'm gonna get some help from suspension via UPR. I've always had good success with their K-frames and their A-arms. Exhaust is going to be by way of American Racing headers. They're long tubes and X-pipe. I install a lot of American Racing stuff on the GM cars that I build for my day job, and they're absolutely flawless, impeccable. I have a 6-speed tranny with an input shaft, a good McLeod clutch. I think I'm just going to do some 98 Cobra cams and kind of degree them and go over that. Short block consists of a Texas block standard bore with a 03 Cobra rod, crank, and a piston. And just, you know, just make it a runner and see what I can do with it. But I've always liked that combination. I kind of want to spend some time and detail the engine bay really, really nice. And, you know, I'm using a Holley EFI system, which is going to be a lot of fun. It's my first venture into that. I didn't want to depend on a tuner. I kind of know enough people and I know enough stuff about that aspect of it. And I did a sniper install on my friend's truck, and that was a whole lot of fun. And I really like what Holley's doing. Also, Haltech is amazing too, but for what I wanted, Holley pretty much had the whole setup there, so I'm decided to go with that. What makes this even more tantalizing is I have literally all the parts. I've collected everything over the last few months while I've been, you know, in hiding, and I literally have everything. I have the Whipple, I have the cams, I sent my heads out, I have the short block built, I have the suspension, I have the rear end, the trans, clutch, the Holley. I have everything. So I'm hoping to bombard this channel with videos, building my dream car. I'm super excited to get this thing built and done. As soon as the floor work is taken care of and as soon as the car structurally is ready to go, it's gonna be going like gangbusters. I'll have the motor assembled, I'll have it dipped in. I'm gonna do some cool things with the coolant tanks. I'm gonna try to get those mounted in the right way. And I'm just gonna make this car what I've always wanted. Seeing that 6-speed in there and, you know, having the Dakota Digital gauge cluster light up, working with the Holley, just clean interior pieces, putting pretty much a whole bunch of stuff from LMR in there, just cleaning it right up. I'm just building the car of my dreams and I'm so excited. So that's where I've been. I've been in hiding. I've been collecting parts, getting everything ready. I didn't really have enough material. I still have the Lightning. I'm waiting on the valve body for that. That should be here soon. I had to move out of that garage that I was in, that I kind of introduced you guys in there. Spur of the moment, out of nowhere, the owner of the house decided to sell, and it was a fast move. So I had to shuttle both of my cars to a new garage spot. So you probably won't be seeing too much of the RS Turbo or the Silver Capri, but I do have them. But I promise to keep you guys updated every step of the way with this now, because as I said, I'm excited about this and I'm so grateful to have this. You know, we work on LSs all day and my boss was cool enough to let me do it in here. So I'm so grateful to have all this ability to fix anything I want and make anything, you know, pretty much make my dream car a reality. Stay tuned for an update really, really soon. I'll probably do a video on finishing up the floors and getting that all prepped, getting that ready, and some common Mustang floor problems. I'm just super excited to get this thing going. I can't wait, and I can't wait to take you guys along. We'll talk soon.